What's up? First off, I want to say thank you. Thank you for everybody who's liked the videos, that subscribed, hit all on the notification bell. All of you, thank you. Because you guys make it work. You guys was what make all this worthwhile. Right? I love getting up in the morning, washing my face, brushing my teeth, saying, what are we going to do today? Each day is different. Right? We say, well, what's the current events that people want to talk about? And today, I went to sleep as a normal person. Went to bed at like normal people time. Got up at like normal people time. Watched the news. I said, man, I'm doing ordinary people stuff today. Quite weird. Now, YouTube still haven't approved my other video, but if you're on my Patreon, I gave you an early access view for the VIP members. Hope you enjoyed that. And it just so happened to be perfect timing because that ties right into this video. Because I guess I'm psychic. Had no idea Dave Chappelle was dropping some type of video. And it's called 846. For the 8 minutes and 46 seconds, that officer who put his knee on George Floyd's neck until he perished. Whether you think it's real or fake, it sent outrage throughout the world. Because that does something to you. Because if I was there, there's no way I could have allowed that to transpire. I would have had to make an attempt to get that officer off his neck. That's just me. I would have had to make an attempt for them to stop. Because I couldn't witness it. Now, with that being said, Dave just did a whole special in which he didn't tell a joke. He basically got everybody gathered together and just talked about life and things that went on in life, period. And now he has transformed himself from comedian to philosopher. One that is deep in thought. And he is sitting there and he's detailing everything, and people are just so glued to what Dave Chappelle says. And the thing is that Dave is giving you is a common sense answer to everything. That's basically what he's done. Dave has given you common sense answers to almost every scenario and situation there is in the world. Common sense answers. Right? So when you got common sense answers for common sense questions, you want common sense results. Right? Now, here's the news. Not everybody speaks with common sense. Not everybody's on the same level. Not everybody sees the world the same way as you. And as long as you know that, then you know there's always going to be conflict and there's always going to be this decor. Now, he spoke on CNN calling out people's names, like, where are these celebrities? And he's like, look, dude, who cares what a celebrity has to say right now about these situations? This is where I differ from Dave. I understand what Dave is trying to say, and he's trying to minimize it, saying, I'm cool being in the back seat. And that's cool, because Dave can sit in the back seat. Because Dave's like, I'm going to do my part from here. But see, Dave's the one that's going to come out and let you know, look, I'm Dave. I ain't really a celebrity. I'm not out here doing all this stuff and trying to say I'm this and say I'm that. Most of these celebrities that they named, these are very big philanthropist people who comes out and try to portray that there's something to try to get another position. So the Oprahs, the Gales, the Ellens, those are the people. Dave ain't in that class. Dave's not in that group. That's other money. That's another bracket. But where their outrage? Hmm? See, Dave spoke on real situations that were swept up under the rug or just didn't get the national attention because of the Mike Brown situation. And something happened that was right there in his hometown. And what people don't realize is what I brought out and what I spoke about that you weren't listening to. When I told you the reason why I don't go to Ohio had nothing to do with LeBron James, it had something to do with the police. I'm like, I've been to Cleveland and I've been out there to Cleveland up about 3 times, and every time I went, there has been a police situation and race involved. I told you guys this 4 years ago. And for 4 years, this has been the results. 4 years. We've had these results for 4 straight years. Now, I haven't been back. I said I wouldn't go back. And Ohio just happens to be the highest state where blacks are lost their lives by officers. Ohio has the highest number. And it has had it for years. That's alarming. That means at any given time, things could go left and nothing's going to happen about it. Right? So, with that being said, to hear Dave Chappelle speak on the incident and where when he was, an officer who let him go just days later took someone else's life. He mentioned the fact of what happened with a black officer in LA who said David Chappelle was a genius, then went on to go on a spree to get in revenge because he was wrongfully terminated, he felt. You've seen these acts happen throughout the world, and where there's machine shops, every walk of life, you've seen this disdain where one is begging just to be treated as an equal, which is their God-given right. By law, they are equal citizens. It does not state one citizen is above another. But for some reason, people can't seem to get that same respect. Nobody said they want to take over. So to hear Dave do a whole show, really tell no jokes, but still was enjoyable, relatable, didn't bore anybody, and was engaging. I mean, you could chuckle at times. Brought up the senselessness of Candace Owens and her whole existence in life. It just shows you what a brainwashed human being looks like. And that's Candace Owens. She just, and then people are like, man, don't that make you mad? Nah, don't make me mad. When people reveal who they are, just believe them. You don't have to deal with them. But you just got to know those are the type of people you tune out. Those are the type of people who are trying to do something because they're trying to appease another master. And that master doesn't love them and never will. They'll figure that out later. Now, where are we here? I'm sitting here right in front of the entire world talking about these incidents because I could relate. I mean, we've all been in situations that probably, well, some of us have been in situations that one false move and it could have all went left. Now, people know me. I was right next to a guy who just 60 minutes from that moment I'm standing next to him is going to have the entire military force, SWAT team, everybody blocked off at a military facility base. White guy, 1994, upset. Summer of 94. He's upset the base is closing. And they're going to shut down the base. He becomes irate. He's very upset. And they're having like the final barbecue for neighbors. People are going to start moving away and being restationed. And we were being restationed to Hawaii. So people come and go. It's the military life. So you meet families and they go on about their walks in life. So at this point, they were getting ready to leave. People were going out, doing their thing. And all of a sudden, at the barbecue, people didn't even want to go. It's like, well, you don't want to go to this barbecue thing. And all they did is they set up the military had all these stacks of meat just piled up. So the guys just started taking patties and going to their houses and barbecuing and spending time there. Like, hey, let's just have a barbecue at the house. Oh, why are we going to barbecue here? And this guy's losing it. This is not what it's about. It's about, this is the last time we're going to see each other. We're all around each other. Come on. It's about solidarity. So he's out there. Nobody wants to grill. I'll do it. He jumps up and it's like a very huge grill. And he took all the patties and he just started throwing all the patties on the grill. And he's just like flipping them over. And my mom was like, why don't y'all go give him a hand? I'm like, I don't want to go up there. My mom's like, go and give him a hand. So me and my buddy go up there to get this guy a hand. And we're helping him out. And he was just like, all right, some soldiers. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Grab that. Let's go. Yeah, just turn that over there. Yo, look, some of them are going to break and fall and go into the grill. And I'm like, oh man, wait, that's finna break and fall. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. You tried to save him. Okay, you can. You gotta move on. Gotta say the others. Gotta say the others. Come on, gotta say the others. And I'm like, he is like really freaking out over this grill. So after we do that, we're going through the burgers and passing them out. After this, woo, 60 minutes later, and I do mean 60 minutes, we're playing outside. We come back, and we can't even go past a certain line. And we're like, why we can't go? I wanted to go back up near Fast Break. Fast Break was like a recreational center. And I'm like, I want to go back up towards Fast Break. And the police just cutting the streets off like, no, you cannot go up this street. I'm like, what? So I knew a back way, how to get around on the base. We know how to go through like back areas. And we were telling people like, hey, dude, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I just went through the back way. And I was like, as soon as I went to the back way, I'm seeing cops just line up, going to the trailer home area. Over there, that same guy, 60 minutes later, with his daughter in a trailer, comes out. His daughter and the next door neighbor girl, they're arguing over a doll or something. So he just gets like flips, goes out, yells at the other girl next door, the little bitty kid. So the mom comes out like, hey, what you yelling at her for, Frank? He's like, okay, well, it's not that big of a deal. So she's yelling back at him. He takes his daughter and is like, go in the house. He goes in the house. He comes out with a pistol, shoots the next door neighbor, the mother of her daughter. They're best friends. Shoots her in the back, walks up, and then shoots her in the back of the head. Goes in the house, loads up, and you're not supposed to have a loaded weapon on the base. He not only has loaded weapons, he's got a numerous amount of artillery. And he's ready for war. The SWAT team, the military, they blocked out the press, the media was like, something's going on over there. This guy never went to jail. The guy was arrested. He surrendered after causing hours and hours of discord and all of this surveillance and SWAT coming in to get this guy. And he's a hostage, situation because his little girl was in there. And then they were like, we want this guy to come out peacefully. They get him. They put him in a military prison. The husband, he was somewhere stationed in another place. He comes home once finding out what happened, and they're best friends. They're next door neighbors. They're best friends. So he comes home, and learns what happened to his wife and everything else. He don't even press charges. He's worried about his friend, his best friend. His wife's in the hospital. She's fighting for her life. He's worried about his best friend. What's going to happen to him? Well, it's the pressure of this, and he's all freaking out as he's locked up. He couldn't handle it. So they said, well, he's just distraught. And the way soldiers are thinking, they so brainwashed, they want to know what branch he's in. Was he Army? Was he one of us? He's Marine? Or he probably was Army. Yeah, they let anybody in the Army. And they say, no, he's a Marine. He's one of us. Oh, man. Well, he probably had a bad day. I mean, really, that's how their mentality was thinking. Unfortunately, no one was thinking about the lady, not even her own husband. Now, Where's this guy today? Probably retired with an honorable discharge because he served in the war. They threw him back in another war, you know that. Probably got a citation. But he didn't go to jail. People were screaming. The civilians were like, he needs to be tried in a regular court of law and go to jail. But this is 1994, and they didn't see that as a reason. Now, had he been African American, would this happen? Or Latino? Do you think he would have been given these granted gifts? Nope. But he didn't go to jail. Let that sink in. Now, these are the type of things Dave Chappelle talked about on his show. And I was, one, very pleased to hear Dave just express himself. But I've heard Dave talk like this before. It's just that people only want to hear what they want to hear. Like when Chris Rock got up there and did his jokes, there were a lot of comedians who were jealous of Chris Rock that he blew up. And they started doing skits making fun of Chris Rock. You know, you seen Jimmy Fallon in blackface, they doing a skit, and they making fun of Chris Rock, really. But they supposed to be doing it for the fun of it, right? But once Chris Rock says something that they want to hear, then everybody focuses on it and they rushes to it. They listen to Chris Rock. Chris goes, when I go to the ATM, I'm not looking for the media. I'm looking for niggas. Once he says that, the whole spectrum changes, right? Everything goes blank. And people are forging their own opinions. And white America goes, yes! A black guy said it now. Now I can say it. That's what I'm saying. See, it's not racist. I was thinking the same thing. When I go to the ATM at night, I'm not looking for the media. But what they're thinking is, I'm looking out for black people. White people were so glad they made Chris Rock the biggest star in the world. I love Chris Rock. He's so funny. All based off one joke. He came back and did Bigger and Blacker. When Bigger and Blacker is probably more funnier than Bring the Pain. Light years funnier. But those jokes that you loved, those weren't in Bigger and Blacker. Then you know what they said? This one wasn't as funny. I didn't think it was as funny. Because he did not say something that appeased to you personally. He was the same Chris Rock. That one joke just wasn't in it no more. And it didn't appease to you. So therefore, he wasn't as funny. But why was he so funny in the last show than this show? So, like I said, people hone in on what they want to hear. And when people hear something that they like or they love, they follow right in. It could be one joke, one line. Then that makes you different, and you're not in the same bracket as anyone else. Hello?
Hi, this is the plumber calling?
Yes.
Hey, I'm pulling up to your house here right now. Is there any chance I can have you open your garage? It's not parked anywhere nearby.
You can park anywhere nearby, like on the side.
Okay.
But if you want to come in through the garage way, I can. But other people are probably coming out,
Okay.
so it'd probably be best to just pull over on the side and park on the side. All right.
All right. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay. Cool. Now, in case you're wondering what that's about, the plumber is here to fix something in the house. So he's finna come and plumb the pipes in the house. So now that brings this to a conclusion. Today's lesson is over. Don't forget you can support the page. Hit up that Cash App. And definitely go over to Casino for Life. Hit the Patreon up, especially if you want to see the video early. It's already up there. So, and y'all have a blessed day. And we just getting started.